Class recording. So this is our first video about the medicine lectures, that is ethics. In this video, we'll cover the legal systems. What are legal systems like your IPC, your CRPC, your Indian Evidence Act. Then we'll cover type of court, then power of the courts, then evidences, witnesses, and at the end, recording of evidence. Recording of your evidence. So this is our today's topic about the legal system in your veterinary practices, where we call it ethics and jurisprudence. So first we will see the legal system. What kind of legal systems are there? Like your IPC, your CRPC, your IEA, your Evidence Act. Then what are the types of court in India? Then what are the powers of these court? And after that, we'll see what are the types of evidences, then what are the witnesses. And once we are done with the types of evidence, then how to record these evidence in front of the judge. So this is our today's topic. So starting with the legal system, whenever the term legal systems come, so there are something about law. So if we look at this thing, this is your IPC, Indian Penal Code. What we call it? Indian Penal Code. Out of these three words, there is one word penal. Penal means penalty. Penal means punishment. Penal means penalty or punishment. So IPC is nothing but a book, just like your IP. In pharmacology, we have studied the term IP. IP means Indian Pharmacopoeia. So Indian Pharmacopoeia is also a book in which some standards are given. If a company want to manufacture a drug, like your meloxicam, like your Dexa, then the company has to refer all the standards which are mentioned in the Indian Pharmacopoeia. According to that Indian Pharmacopoeia standards, the company will manufacture and will sell the drug. So similar to that IP Indian Pharmacopoeia book, in this legal system, in this jurisprudence system, we have a book, the name is IPC. That is your Indian Penal Code. So what is present or what information is given in this book? What information is given in this book? So the book contains two things. This IPC book contains two things. One is definitions. One is definitions and second is punishment. Punishment. So what are these definitions and punishment all about? So these are about your crime. So in case of IPC, this is a book where two things are mentioned. One is definition of a crime and another is the punishment of a crime. For example, suppose this is your IPC book, that is 1860. This date is very important. So in IPC, we have definitions of a crime or offense, and second is the punishment. Punishment of a crime. So what is the meaning of definition and what is the meaning of punishment? There is a term perjury. means giving something false, telling a lie, or presenting something false evidence under the oath. That is your perjury. The definition of perjury is given. Okay, all these definitions and these punishment, these two things, first of all, they are written in the book in the form of sections. If I take one example of perjury, the definition of perjury comes under section 191. Definition comes under IPC section 191. But the punishment of this perjury, it comes under section 193. So if we look at the Indian Penal Code, Indian Penal Code tells us about only and only two things. It will tell about definitions and it will tell about the punishment. And both are written in the form of section. If section 191, it means we are talking about the definition of perjury. There is 193 section 193, it means we are talking about the punishment of perjury. What is the punishment? If we write the word perjury 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it means the punishment is imprisonment up to 7 years. So this is our IPC, Indian Penal Code 1860. So in this book, definition of crime and punishment of crime is given. And that things are written in the form of section. If 191, it means the definition of perjury. And 193 will tell you the punishment of perjury, that is imprisonment up to 7 years. So how to remember 7? Count the number of letters in perjury. They are exactly 7. So if we look at the IPC, in case of IPC, total number of sections. So P for 5 and this I is 1. So write this I 2 times, you will get your 511 section. So there are 511 sections in our IPC. So this is your IPC, P for your 5 and 1 for your 5. So 511 sections are there. So this is an introduction of IPC where we have definitions and we have punishment. Both are written in the form of your sections. And 511 total sections are there. After perjury, if I give one more example, suppose there is one section 172. In this section 172, if any veterinary doctor issue a false certificate, he is punishable under the section 172. So remember this 172, which is nothing but to issue a false certificate by a doctor. This is your 172, not 172, sorry, it is 197. It is 197. Similarly, there are other sections like section 272, 273, 274, and 275. These out of these four, they keep on asking in ICAR exam and other. So this 272 is adulteration of your food, of your milk product. If the same thing after adulteration, if you sell these, that comes under 273. Then 274. This 4 will help you to remember A, B, C, D. 4 means number D. It means there is adulteration in case of drug. So this D will help you. There is drug adulteration. That is 273 section. So IPC section. 272 means adulteration of milk and food. 73 means to sell that thing adulterated. And 274 D for drug adulteration. And 275 is your sale of adulterated drug. So these are the example of sections. So in total there are 511 sections. So we start our next, that is CRPC. CRPC, and this CRPC, your IPC was 1860 and this CRPC is 1973. In that IPC, that P was penalty or punishment. Okay. But here the P means procedure. Here the P means procedure. Criminal Procedure Code. This procedure means काम करने का तरीका. In simple language, we can say procedure means mechanism of punishment. This term is very, very important. Why? Because if you remember the IPC, what is given there? Definitions of a crime and punishment of a crime. So in case of IPC, definition and punishment is given. But in case of CRPC, no definition, no punishment. So what is given? It is the mechanism. How to punish, the procedure, the mechanism of punishment. This is the difference between IPC and CRPC. For example, so in case of IPC, penalty or punishments are given and definitions and punishment of crime is given. But in case of CRPC, procedure is given, means the mechanism of punishment is given. Uh, if you look at the example, there is one CRPC 174. In this CRPC, what comes? It police inquest. Police inquest. Inquest means inquiry into the cause of death. So, in case of CRPC, suppose there is perjury 193. That perjury 193 will tell you about the punishment of the perjury. That is your 7 years, up to 7 years. But this 7-year punishment is not given in your CRPC. So what is given in the CRPC? It is the procedure, it is the mechanism of punishment. The whole procedure is given. For example, CRPC 174 means police inquest. In this case, the procedure is police will inquire into the cause of the death. So CRPC and IPC. After this, we have types of courts. There are two types of court mainly. One is civil court and one is criminal court. Criminal court. Civil court related with your civil matter, your civil cases. And criminal court is related with your criminal cases. So what are the civil cases? What are the civil cases? Civil cases means no crime has been done. So no crime is done. And in this case, no law has been broken. But in case of criminal cases, crime is committed, and you have broken the law. So this is the difference where we have type of court, civil court and criminal court. Civil court deal with the civil cases and they deal with the criminal cases. In civil cases, there is no crime and there is no law broken. But in case of criminal cases, you have committed a crime offense and the law is broken. So what are the things which comes under civil cases? In case of civil cases, things which are related with your money, things like your property, that is land, etc. So money related cases, property related and land related cases. In such cases, there is no crime and no law has been broken. So the civil court will, in this case, the civil court will act, in these cases, the civil court will act as your settlement body. They will try to settle they will try to do settlement of your property, of your money, because in this matter there is no crime has been done, no law has been broken. So the role of your civil court will be as a settlement body. But in criminal cases, crime is there, law has been broken, so punishment will be there. One more difference between your civil cases and criminal cases. Civil and criminal. So in case of civil, no crime. Here, crime is committed. No law broken. Here, law is broken. And the next difference, whether it is civil or it is criminal case, two parties are involved. Two parties are involved. And the name of these parties is called plaintiff versus defendant. Defendant. So plaintiff versus defendant. And in case of criminal cases, the terminology used is prosecution versus defendant. Here we use the terminology prosecution versus defendant. Defendant. So plaintiff is that person, that what you call party who approaches to the court for allegation. So plaintiff is the person or the party who has approached the court with the allegation. For example, suppose there is one father. If he dies, then the property is 50 and that will be divided into both the son as 25 as 25. The younger brother and the elder one. Suppose by intentionally the elder brother take 60, or not 60, let's 40, and this give 10 to the younger. Then in that case, the younger brother may approach to the court for the justice, for the equal distribution of property, for the equal right of the property on the parents' property. So the younger one, which is approaching to the court, will be called plaintiff, and the other will be defendant. So this plaintiff is your younger brother who approaches the court for the right of property. In this case, we use the term prosecution and defendants. So the lawyer is called defense lawyer, defense lawyer, and prosecution is called public lawyer, public prosecutor, or public prosecutor lawyer. So these are the terminology will be used in your civil cases and criminal cases. So we were studying the types of court. One is civil court and one is your criminal court. Civil deal with the civil cases, criminal with the criminal cases. Then these criminal cases are of two types. One is cognizable, one is non-cognizable. Cognizable. Because there is a crime, that crime is of two types. One is cognizable and one is non-cognizable. Cognizable means a police officer can arrest you without any warrant from magistrate. So in criminal court, in criminal cases, crime is there, two types of crime, cognizable and non-cognizable. In case of cognizable case, criminal case, police officer can arrest you without any warrant. But in case of non-cognizable, warrant is must. Warrant is must from the magistrate. So with the help of warrant, he can arrest you. So non-cognizable warrant is must. But in this case, like sexual offense, like some other murder, in case of murder, police officer can arrest without any warrant. So they are cognizable and they are non-cognizable. Then these criminal court, they are of mainly three types. These criminal courts are mainly, so our court, that is civil and your criminal. Criminal. They are of mainly three types. The smallest one, start with the smallest one, as for session court. This is the smallest and it is present at your district level. So in your district, you will find session court. Then if we move little higher, that will be high court. And this is present at the state level. At the state level, you will have high court. And then we have Supreme Court at the national level. That is at your New Delhi, that is your capital of India. So there are three main. One smallest is your session at district level, High Court is state level, Supreme Court is national level. What is the difference in these three? These two, Supreme and High Court, they are called Court of Appeal. They are called Court of Appeal. It means you cannot go directly to High Court and Supreme Court. They are the Court of Appeal. Your case will be tried. The trial of your case first begin with the session court. That will begin with the session court. So these two court, they do not take the what you call trial cases. Your trial or your case will not go directly to Supreme or High. So it will begin at the session level. If you are not satisfied with the decision of the session court, you can approach High Court. If you are still not satisfied with the decision, you can approach Supreme Court. So these two are your Court of Appeal. So there is one term related with the in your book it is given Supreme Court and High Court do not hold trial prima facie. This term is very important. Prima facie means these two courts they do not hold trial prima facie means first of all at the beginning the trial will go at session court. Then from that it will go to the court of appeals. So they do not hold trials or your cases prima facie means at first time it will not go to your Supreme and High Court. Then if we look at the types of court, oh, okay, types of court over na power of court. That is your power of court. At the top we have Supreme Court, then High Court. Okay. Then start with session. In case of session court, it's very easy to remember. There are some seniors and there are some juniors. How many juniors are there? 3. How many seniors? 2. It means let's make 3 juniors and 2 seniors. First will be your second class junior, judicial magistrate. Then first class judicial magistrate. Then chief judicial magistrate. So all the J means they are junior. Then move little up, you will find assistant session judge. And then more senior is your session judge. So these are the session court seniors and juniors. Drawback. So Supreme Court, High Court, and your 2 seniors and 3 juniors. First of all, second class judicial magistrate, then your first class, then chief judicial magistrate, assistant session judge, and the session judge. Session judge. So these 5 comes into your session court. And this is High Court and Supreme Court, Court of Appeal. So if we look at the power, it's very easy to remember. There are 2 power. One is called fine and one is called imprisonment. You can remember the imprisonment 1 year, just 1, 3, 7, 10, unlimited, unlimited, and unlimited. Means the power of a second class judicial magistrate is to provide you imprisonment of 1 year. And then the first class will give imprisonment up to 3 years. Then 7 years, 10 years. And above this level, 1, 3, 7, 10, they have the power to give you imprisonment unlimited. 10 year, 12 year, 15, 20, 25 years, anything. Then what about the fine? Second class can give you 5,000 and first class magistrate may fine 10,000 and above this all unlimited. So this is how you can remember that there are 3 mainly called Supreme, Higher and Session Court. In case of Session Court, there are 3 junior, 2 senior. These juniors are starting at the lower portion, second class judicial magistrate, first, chief, assistant like assistant professor, then session. The powers are of divided into two types, imprisonment and fine. And imprisonment power is 1, 3, 7, 10. 1, 3, 7, 10. Then above this they can give unlimited imprisonment. With the fine 5,000, 10,000, then unlimited. So what is the meaning of this power? If we solve one MCQ, then you will be able to know the power meaning. The question is, suppose there is a case of perjury. Suppose there is a case of perjury. It comes under IPC section 193, and that will tell you what is the punishment. That is 7 years imprisonment. Then my question is, the case of the case of perjury come to trial in a session court. In a session court. So the case of this perjury come to trial in a session court under section 193 IPC. All of them cannot try the case except, this is the question. Means there is case of perjury and we know the imprisonment is 7 years. So if it comes to your session court, then there are three juniors, second JM, first JM, and your chief JM, then your assistant and your session judge. So these are the people sitting, these are your seniors and these are juniors. So three junior, two senior. Their power is to give 1 year imprisonment, 3, 7, 10, and unlimited. So the case of perjury, the punishment is 7 years. So question is, the case come to trial in a session court with your section 193. All of them cannot try the case except. It means all of them cannot try. So the options are, first option is second class judicial magistrate. B option is first class judicial magistrate, and your option C is chief judicial magistrate, and D is all the above. So all of them cannot try the case except. It means the 7 year imprisonment. The case will go to the chief judicial magistrate room only. So answer will be C. Why not A and B? Because if this perjury case go to the first judicial magistrate and second, they are having less power to give imprisonment of 1 year or 3 years. So the case will go only to chief judicial magistrate, or it may go to the assistant session judge or session judge also, because they have power 7 more than 7. But the case will not enter into the room of your first class judicial magistrate and second class, because they do not have the power. So they will not take this trial. So the perjury case will go directly into your chief judicial magistrate room. So this is the meaning of power of judge or power of your court. Next is Indian Evidence Act. Indian Evidence Act. So this Evidence Act 1872. This act will tell you about evidence. Evidence may be of two types. One may be oral and one may be document. Oral and document. So what is the meaning of oral? So evidence equal to oral and document. Document means your post-mortem reports, health certificate, health certificate. These are documents. Then what is oral? Oral means live person standing in the court and speaking. What he is speaking? He is speaking about a fact which can be seen, heard, or perceived by him. Perceived by him. So evidence may be oral or document. Document means your postmortem report, your health certificate. Oral means a live person is standing in the court and he is speaking the fact that which can be seen, heard, and perceived by him. So what is meant by seen? The things which are seen, they comes under direct evidence. They comes under direct evidence. So these oral evidences are mainly of three types. Suppose there is a scenario that this is your cattle, this is your cattle which enter into field of crop, and this is another crop field. Okay, so this is the crop field of A and this is the crop field of B, and the cattle is of A. This cattle of a person from his field comes and enter into the field of B, and it damages or destroy the crop. It damages and destroy the crop and make some losses to this villager, to this farmer B. So this farmer became very angry and he take one axe and he go to the cattle and stab her udder and cut some of the tendons. Means he tried to harm the cattle because the cattle of the neighbor damages or destroyed his crops. So this bee patient take an axe and cut the tendons and stab the udder, try to cause more harm to the animal. So there is a person C. There is a person C. This person directly see the person B cutting the tendon and stabbing the udder. So this person will go to the court and he say to in front of the judge, he say that I actually saw the incident itself. In front of the court, in front of the judge, this person C will tell that the person B was cutting the tendon and stabbing the other. So this is your direct evidence. Second case is indirect. In case of indirect, the person C is actually did not see the incident itself. So he is called to the court, then he will come and say in front of the court that I actually didn't see the incident, but what yesterday he saw that this person B was in anger, he was carrying an axe and looking for the cattle who damages his crop. So this is your indirect evidence. It means the person C itself didn't see the incident in front of his eyes. But what he see yesterday he saw that the person B was carrying an axe and he was looking for the cow who had destroyed his crops around 4:30 p.m. So this is the evidence given by the person C in front of the court. This is known as indirect. Then there is one third category of oral evidence. So oral evidence are direct. Direct means person C directly actually see the case where the B was cutting the tendon, B was stabbing the other. But in case of indirect, case of hello, hello. So evidences, oral evidences may be direct, indirect, and third is hearsay. So these are the three types of evidences where the person C actually see the person B was cutting the tendon of the cattle, so he will tell in front of the court that it was the case. In case of indirect, the person did not see actually the case.
So your voice is too low, sir.
Okay.